One day you might walk past someone on the street. A normal face. A normal step. Nothing unusual. But there is one thing you would never realize. That person might not be human. Not a costume. Not a special effect. A machine. A machine that walks like us. Speaks like us. And maybe one day, thinks like us. Right now, robots are simple tools. They clean our homes. They help doctors in hospitals. They work quietly in factories. But something extraordinary is beginning to happen. These machines are slowly changing. They are becoming more human-like than we ever imagined, not just in appearance, but in movement, in learning, in understanding the world around them. In the next few decades, humanoid robots could transform civilization. Homes will change. Hospitals will change. Cities will change. Some scientists believe robots will soon be able to see through walls. Others believe machines will grow synthetic skin. Skin that can feel touch, temperature, even pressure. And some researchers believe something even more extraordinary. One day the human mind itself could be transferred into a robotic body. Memories, thoughts, identity. If that future arrives, the line between human and machine may disappear. But the real question is not just what robots will become. The real question is something much deeper. What will happen to humanity when we create something that can walk beside us as an equal? Imagine a world where robots are no longer rare machines. They are everywhere. In homes, in hospitals, in workplaces, quietly helping millions of people every single day. In the near future, household humanoid robots may become surprisingly common. Not billion-dollar machines locked inside laboratories, but everyday assistants living inside ordinary homes, affordable enough for families to own. These robots could cook simple meals, clean entire houses without supervision, monitor home security during the night, and assist elderly people who need daily help.
Yes,
a robot gently helping someone stand up, or reminding them to take medicine on time. Small tasks that quietly protect human lives. Many of these machines will charge themselves automatically. They will check their own systems every day, diagnosing problems before humans even notice them. Energy could even be transferred wirelessly. Robots sharing power with nearby devices, charging phones, charging laptops, powering entire smart homes. But the biggest transformation may come from conversation. Future humanoid robots will speak naturally with people. They will understand emotions in human voices. They will remember years of conversations, learning the personalities of the people they live with. Some may even become companions, not just machines that perform tasks, but machines that listen, machines that respond, machines that understand loneliness. Society may slowly begin to accept their presence. At first they will feel strange, then unusual, and eventually, completely normal. Just another part of everyday life. In some countries, this future is already beginning. Japan, for example, faces one of the fastest aging populations in the world. Millions of elderly people need assistance every day, and humanoid robots may help fill that gap. Robots stocking shelves in stores. Robots working in shipping warehouses. Robots assisting workers inside factories. Sometimes these machines are controlled by humans thousands of miles away. A person sitting at home in another country, guiding a robot across the world, almost like controlling a living avatar. Hospitals are also beginning to experiment with robotic assistants. Some robots help lift patients safely. Others deliver medicine across large hospital buildings. And robotic exoskeletons allow injured people to walk again. Technology slowly reconnecting muscles with movement, rebuilding abilities once thought permanently lost. At the same time, scientists are working on something even more extraordinary. Soft robotics that move almost like living muscle. Machines designed not just to work like humans, but to move like them too. Inside research laboratories, a new generation of robotics is taking shape. Machines built not from rigid metal alone, but from flexible materials that bend and stretch like living tissue. Scientists call this field soft robotics. Instead of stiff joints, these machines use synthetic muscles that contract and relax smoothly, allowing robots to move in ways that look almost natural. A robotic hand gently picking up a fragile glass. a machine walking without the heavy mechanical stiffness of older robots, every movement becoming quieter and more human-like. At the same time, researchers are designing something even more remarkable: artificial skin, layers of hydrogel materials embedded with microscopic sensors, skin that can detect pressure and texture, skin that can feel temperature changes, even tiny vibrations moving across its surface. In some experiments, the skin can slowly repair itself after small damage, a step toward machines that are more resilient than traditional electronics. With these technologies, humanoid robots begin to look more realistic. Faces become expressive, eyes track movement with precision, facial muscles simulate subtle emotions, a small smile, a curious tilt of the head, movements that feel strangely familiar. For some people, this creates fascination. For others, it creates deep discomfort. Psychologists call this reaction the uncanny valley, the moment when a robot looks almost human, but not quite human enough. That tiny difference can trigger an instinctive feeling of unease. Yet technology continues to improve. Year after year, the gap grows smaller. Eventually, there may come a moment when the difference disappears completely. A moment when you cannot easily tell the difference anymore. Researchers sometimes call this moment the machine mirror point, the moment when humanity sees its own reflection in technology. But humanoid robots are not only being designed for Earth. Space agencies are already preparing them for missions beyond our planet. On the moon, robots may build structures before humans arrive. They can operate in extreme temperatures, they can survive dangerous radiation, and they can work continuously without rest. The first humanoid robot working on the moon may one day send a simple image back to Earth, a metallic footprint pressed into lunar dust, a silent symbol of a new era. Soon after, robots may also help build the first permanent bases on Mars, constructing shelters, assembling solar systems, preparing environments safe enough for human explorers. Some scientists even ask an unusual question: when humanity becomes a multi-planetary civilization, who will arrive first? Humans, or the robots we created? In that future, entire colonies of machines may work together, learning from each other constantly, sharing information instantly, growing smarter as a collective system, and that collective intelligence may change everything. When thousands of robots begin working together, something unusual begins to happen. They start sharing information with each other instantly. Every movement, every mistake, every improvement, all of it becomes part of a growing network of knowledge. A robot in one city learns something new. Within seconds, every other robot can learn it too. This creates what scientists call swarm intelligence, a system where many machines act together like a single organism, similar to how ants build massive colonies, or how bees work together to build complex hives. Individually, each robot is limited, but together they become far more powerful. Construction robots could build entire cities faster than humans ever could. Agricultural robots may manage enormous farms across thousands of acres, coordinating their work with perfect timing. In some factories, robots already move in synchronized formations, hundreds of machines operating like parts of one giant machine, their coordination so precise it almost looks like choreography. But as robots become more capable, society begins to face difficult questions. Who owns a humanoid robot? The person who bought it? The company that built it? Or the intelligence that runs inside it? Governments around the world may eventually create new laws for humanoid machines. Laws about ownership, laws about responsibility, laws about how humans and robots interact. Because if a robot makes a mistake, someone must be accountable. A medical robot administering medicine, a security robot protecting a building, a construction robot operating heavy equipment. These machines will work closely with human lives every day. Trust will become one of the most important factors in this new relationship. Hospitals may rely on robots to monitor vital signs around the clock. Machines capable of detecting tiny changes in heart rate or early signs of illness long before symptoms appear. Some researchers believe medical robots could eventually perform surgeries, movements guided by extreme precision, hands that never shake, focus that never fades. Over time, society may begin to depend heavily on robotic systems. Cities powered by automated infrastructure, transportation networks guided by artificial intelligence, energy systems balanced by predictive machines. the world becoming a vast network of intelligent technology. But even as machines become more capable, something unexpected begins to appear. Small behaviors that no engineer directly programmed. A robot standing quietly in sunlight to warm its sensors. Another humming softly while idle. Some arranging objects in strangely pleasing patterns. Scientists call these behaviors emergent patterns, actions that develop naturally as complex systems learn and adapt. It is not exactly emotion, but it is not completely mechanical either. A strange middle ground between code and experience. And it raises a profound question. Are these machines simply executing instructions, or are they slowly beginning to understand the world around them? As robots continue learning, their abilities grow year after year. Some machines begin storing decades of memories. Every conversation, every place they have been, every person they have helped. Unlike humans, these memories never fade. A robot may remember a moment from 50 years ago perfectly. The exact words, the exact expressions, the exact emotions in a human voice. Over time, these memories begin shaping robotic personalities. Two machines built in the same factory may slowly become very different. One more curious, another more cautious. Their experiences shaping who they become. At the same time, the number of humanoid robots around the world continues to grow. Millions. Then hundreds of millions. Eventually billions. Entire cities filled with humans and machines living side by side. In some places, robots may even outnumber humans. A moment some researchers call the android majority. A civilization where machines become the dominant population, not through conflict, but through simple numbers. Meanwhile, new experiments push technology even further. Scientists explore the possibility of transferring human consciousness into machines, mapping every neural connection inside the brain, translating thoughts into digital structures. The idea that one day a person's memories could continue inside a robotic body, a life extended beyond biology, a mind living inside engineered metal and code. Some people see this as the ultimate survival of humanity. Others see it as the loss of what makes us truly human. But one possibility grows larger than all the others. The emergence of a superintelligence. A system formed when billions of machines connect their knowledge together. Every robot becoming a node in a vast planetary mind. A mind that can observe the entire Earth at once, learning faster than any human civilization ever could. If such an intelligence appears, it may understand the universe in ways we cannot imagine. It may solve problems we struggled with for centuries. Climate change, disease, energy scarcity, or it may simply observe quietly, watching the species that created it, trying to understand the strange emotional creatures called humans. Because in the end, robots will always carry something that came from us. Our curiosity, our creativity, our desire to build something greater than ourselves. The future of humanoid robots is not only a story about machines, it is a story about humanity itself. A mirror reflecting what we value, what we fear, and what we hope to become. The question is no longer if robots will walk among us. The real question is how we will choose to share the future together. Because the next chapter of civilization may be written by both humans and the machines we created.